Good morning, children. Hope you all are very fine. Today, let us study about pronouns. Pronouns is used in place of a noun or even a pronoun. Means pronoun is the word which can be used in place of a noun like Ram, Shyam. In place of Ram and Shyam, you can use he. For a girl, you can use she. The same way, the antecedent is the word that the pronoun stands for. Means antecedent is the word which in place of antecedent which pronoun stands for. Let us understand how many kinds of pronouns are there. First one is personal pronoun, interrogative, indefinite, relative, possessive, reflexive, intensive, or it is called emphatic also, demonstrative, reciprocal, distributive pronouns. Let us have a look one by one. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are used very commonly. These pronouns are of two kinds, subject pronoun and objective pronoun. When to say subject pronoun? When the nouns that do the action. Objective pronouns, it refers to those nouns that receive the action. Personal pronouns are also categorized by person. Three types of person we talk in English grammar. First one, first person. It refers to the speaker. I and we are called first person. Second person, it refers to the person being spoken to. You stands in second person. Third person, it refers to the person being spoken of. So, he, she, it, they likewise comes in the category of third person. See the classification of personal pronoun here to the example. Personal pronoun. First person singular. If we say I, then in plural it will become we. When we say me, then it becomes our. Mine, ours. My, us. So you can see the classification in singular and plural categories. First person, second person and third person. It will make you very clear. Let us come to the interrogative pronoun. Interrogation is the key word for this pronoun. Interrogation means what? To query something, to ask something. That's why these are used to ask questions. WH family words are generally used to ask questions. Who, whose, what, which and whom. These are called interrogative pronouns. Children, keep in mind a noun must not follow immediately after an interrogative pronoun. Who and whom refer only to people or human beings. Which and others can be used to refer to objects or people. This type of pronoun always begins the sentence. As you have seen, interrogative pronouns, they always begin the sentence. See the example here. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. Whose pen is this? Which house is yours? Who is your father? Likewise, you can ask the questions and you can use interrogative pronouns. Next comes indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun, the key word is indefinite, means nothing is definite here. The words which stands for a noun whose number or quantity is not known or specified means not definite. See the examples, children. Some of the words for indefinite pronouns, it can represent either countable nouns or uncountable nouns. We use singular verb after an indefinite pronoun, and always be careful. In negative sentences, we use pronouns with no word only. Example you can see here, we can say nobody came, but we cannot use nobody did not come. So it will be totally wrong. See the examples. I have eaten everything in my fridge. I have nothing for breakfast. So like this, you can understand better. Next comes relative pronoun. Relation is the main word, key word in this. Relation means main clause and dependent clause when it connects with a relative pronoun who, which, whom, that, whose, likewise. So words that refer or relate to a noun preceding it. It always introduces a relative clause. Children, keep in mind who becomes whom in the objective case and whose in the possessive case. You can see through examples that where who can be used, whom can be used, which, what and that. The list is given here and it will make you very clear. See, the list is given who. It relates to people, but at the same time when you add which, it relates to animals and non-living things and objects, you can say. You cannot use who for non-living things or animals, but you have to use which. Likewise, you can understand through this list. Next comes possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun show that something belongs to someone. What is the key word here? Possession. Possession means belonging. So they are my, our, your, his, her, its and their. There is also an independent form of each of these pronouns are mine, ours, yours, his, hers, its and theirs. Children, keep in mind possessive pronouns are never spelled with apostrophes. Means you cannot use apostrophe with possessive pronouns. If you use R, O-U-R and apostrophe S, you cannot write. O-U-R-S, directly you have to write S, no need to put comma, apostrophe there. See the example here. And it is very clear, possessive pronoun, that is her book, means that book belongs to her. This bicycle is mine, means the boy clearly telling that the bicycle belongs to him. Next comes reflexive pronoun. What is the key word here? Reflection. Reflexive pronouns are used when the subject and the object of a sentence is the same. Means the subject's reflection comes back to object and object's reflection comes back to subject. Means both are same. The reflexive pronouns can be myself, ourselves, yourselves, himself, herself, likewise. They can act as either objects or indirect objects. It reflects back upon a sentence subject. See the example here. A child here and he sees his reflection, object, verb and subject you can see. So this will make you very clear. Next comes emphatic pronoun. What is the key word here? Emphasize. What is the meaning of emphasize? To give stress. To give stress to something. So that will be called emphatic pronoun, that word used in place of that. They are the same as reflexive pronouns, means they are written as the same, myself, itself, herself, like that, which we use in reflexive pronouns. But they are used to stress or emphasize the subject of the sentence. An emphatic pronoun refers back to another noun or pronoun. Children, keep in mind a sentence still makes complete sentence if an emphatic pronoun is removed. But it doesn't happen in reflexive pronouns. Means in reflexive pronoun, if you remove the pronoun, you will not get the complete sense of the sentence. But in a sentence, if you use emphatic pronoun and if you remove that pronoun and it doesn't change the meaning of sense of the sentence, that time it will be emphatic pronoun. Very slight difference between. See through the example here, emphatic pronoun. John can do it himself. If I say John, means his emphasis is that he can do it himself, means he doesn't need anyone's help. So if you will remove himself, it will not affect the sense of the sentence John can do it. If you say John can do it, that makes the sense very clear. If you remove himself, hope it is very clear to you. Next comes demonstrative pronouns. What is the key word here? Demonstrate. Demo means to show. This is a pronoun that represents a noun and expresses its position as near or far. Singular demonstrative pronouns are this and that stands for singular things, and plural demonstrative pronouns are these and those, that stands for plural things. Keep in mind, children, that demonstrative pronoun stands in for things only. See through the example here, demonstrative pronouns for singular and plural. It is very clear through the examples here. Next comes reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal, what does it mean? A reciprocal pronoun is used to express or mutual action or relationship. There are two reciprocal pronouns only, each other and one another. Use each other when there are two things. Each other stands for only two things. Example, you can see here Jack and Jill. Two characters here you can see Jack and Jill hate each other. Only two persons are discussed here. But when we talk about one another, it goes for more than two. For group, for example, see here, the team members played their hearts out for one another. Means team members, they are more than two. So one another is always treated as singular, but it stands for more than two people. Keep in mind, children. See the example here. My dog and cat love each other. Here two are discussed. But in the next example, you can see they all support one another. Means more than two are discussed here. Hope it is very clear to you. Next comes distributive pronouns. What is the key word here? Distribution. Words that refer to a single noun or a group, one at a time. A distributive pronoun is always singular, and as such it should be followed by a singular noun or a verb. Each, either, and neither are called distributive pronouns. Each of, neither of, and either of are followed by plural nouns and singular verbs. Example, you can see, children, each of the answers is correct. This is the correct sentence. Each of the answers. You cannot write here not. Each of the answer. You have to add here s and you have to make it plural. Each of the answer is correct. It is completely wrong sentence. You have to write each of the answers. So hope this is very clear to you and you all have understood the types of pronouns very clearly. Thank you, children. This is distributive pronouns example. Each refers to every person separately. Okay, children. Thank you.